And now for the Muskies, that will be number 12. Oh, excuse me. There we go. For the Muskies, that was Peyton McElhenney bringing it up. Turnover, the Steelers take back over. Hartley gives it back to Samuels. Samuels looks to be the guy who will run the point for the night. Holden on the back door's cut. Pass from Samuels will not go. This time McElhenney, Peyton McElhenney, bringing it up. Across the timeline, has his pocket picked by Hartley. Hartley was going to go the opposite direction. But a reach-in foul called. That'll be his first personal of the night. And for the Muskies, it seems that Peyton McElhenney will be their leading point guard for the night. Deep corner pass, that is to Sean McElhenney. Taken away. Samuels has it. Had Butler, just missed him. Samuels all the way on the drive. Gets fouled going up. He'll step to the line for two. They're going to say the foul was on the floor prior to the shot. The Steelers will inbound. Samuels with it. Over to Hartley. Back over to Jamin Holden, who pulls for three. Couldn't get us started off there to begin the night. Kaiser has it, was in a bit of a bind, got it up to Peyton McElhenney, who runs right into Bryce Butler. McElhenney acted like he was going to go for the three, decided against it, passed over to the left there. Shot will not fall. Sean McElhenney now with the ball. He's going to drive. Bryce Butler got a hand on it. He saves it. Ball ends up in the hands of Kaiser. Kaiser down low. Peyton McElhenney off the glass and in. Jamestown scores the first points of the District 10 Class 1A championship game. Hartley now with it for the Steelers. And Samuels drives and has it sent by Peyton McElhenney. The Jamestown Muskies have come to play tonight, and the Farrell Steelers have found that out early on. 6:11 left to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass, Tree and Holden, mid-range shot, up off the back of the rim, falls to the front and in. Tree and Holden getting the Steelers started. 2 points on the board. And now Kaiser with it, looks to go way up. Omar Stewart came flying out of the air like Superman. The Steelers have it. Tree and Holden with it. He's going to drive, pulls it out. Looking, trying to wave a man through. He's trying to wave Stewart through. He got Stewart. Stewart's being doubled. He has the cross court to Hartley. Took it himself, didn't get it to fall the first time. Goes again. That time had it blocked by Kaiser. And this time the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll say it was last touched by a Steeler, and the Muskies will retain. Or excuse me, the Muskies will take over. And McElhenney gets it across the timeline. Almost ran into Stewart. Was looking for the easy dish down low. That pass intended for number 2, Parks. However, pass tipped out of bounds. Muskies will retain. Inbounds to Sean McElhenney. Sean McElhenney for three. Cash him in. Nothing but net for Sean McElhenney. So the McElhenney brothers leading the Jamestown Muskies to a 5-2 lead. Tree and Holden pulls one of his own off the front iron, won't go. Rebound Sean McElhenney, gives it to Peyton McElhenney. He's got some space to bring it up. McElhenney now looking for somewhere to go. What did he found? A man. Couldn't get it to go. That's Kaiser with a mid-range. It won't go. Hartley grabs it off the glass. Samuels now with it. The Steelers in 3-on-5 disadvantage. Going to have to pull it out. Jamin Holden currently with the ball. Christian Hartley with it, and he's being guarded heavily there by Parks. Holden with it to Samuels. Samuels crossover, mid-range. Off the back iron, won't go. Fighting for the ball down at the end are Parks and Samuels. Parks comes up with it. And now Peyton McElhenney has it. He'll be guarded by Samuels. 12 versus 12 there. And now Parks with it. Parks has his pocket picked by Holden. Ball out of bounds. Muskies retain. Papalichik has checked in for the Muskies. Inbound pass, that's Peyton McElhenney. He pulls a three, can't cash in. Kaiser off the glass, and one for the Muskies. Kaiser picking up his first points of the night, gets it on an and one. Bob Stewart don't like what he sees, calls a timeout to get his Steelers to regroup. Down 5, 4:20 left to go in the first. And so the free throw will not go. The Steelers take over. Samuels with it. Over to Hartley. Hartley guarded heavily by Parks. Samuels now with it. Inside pass to Holden. Holden back out to Hartley. Hartley looking where to go. Hartley goes back to Samuels, who in turn dishes back to Hartley. Hartley to Holden. Holden drives and one! Trean Holden will step to the line for his shot after the bucket. The solo score for the Steelers thus far, looking to make the deficit 2. Stewart, board. Falls into the hands. Oh, no, Trean Holden tipped it out of bounds there. Heads up play by Holden, making sure the Muskies couldn't advance it up on a fast break. Kaiser will be the inbounder. Was looking for Peyton McElhenney, found him on an inside cut, got it just in between Samuels and Stewart. That was a football pass. McElhenney gets it to go himself after the assist attempt didn't work. Peyton McElhenney puts it in himself. Hartley now with it. Oh, step back, pull up, mid-range. Off the front iron, won't go. Rebound Stewart. Stewart puts it up himself, was looking for the foul. Didn't get one at all. Rebound Kaiser, and he'll bring it up himself. Kaiser being guarded by Holden. And he'll hand it off to Peyton McElhenney. Over to Sean McElhenney, who pulls another three. He made one earlier, didn't get that one to fall. Fouled on the shot is number 32, Papaloracek. He'll step to the line and take 2 from the charity stripe. And the first of the 2 will go. The second will not. And ball out of bounds on Hartley. They'll say the possession stays with Jamestown. During the free throws, number 35, Cheyenne Rain checked in for number 5, Jamin Holden. Inside pass, that goes to Kaiser. He traveled trying to gather the ball. The Steelers take over. 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Jamestown leading Farrell 10-4 in the District 10 Class 1A championship game. Samuels now with it. Gets it over to Hartley. Hartley over to Holden. Holden takes a step in, back out to Hartley. Hartley wanted the inside to Stewart, didn't have it. Samuels has Holden. Back out to Hartley. Hartley thought about a 3 for a second there. Gives it to Holden. Holden on the drive. Up, under. Gets it to go. Floater from Trean Holden. He remains the solo scorer for the Steelers here in the first quarter. Peyton McElhenney with it on the break. Ooh, nice cross to the rim. Had it sent off the rim by Stewart. Holden's bringing it up. He almost traveled. Coach was calling for the travel, didn't get it. Samuels had it tipped out of his hands. Papalarchek bringing it down. Samuels gets his hands on it. He intercepts it. Ball thrown in the air. Stewart and Parks both came down with it. Jump ball called. I know they're going to call a foul on Omar Stewart. Jamestown will take over. Lamont Samuels will check out, and Kylan Wilson will check in for the Steelers. A rather exciting possession here in the first quarter. 4 points is the lead for Jamestown. McElhenney almost had his pocket picked by Hartley. Inside to Kaiser. Kaiser working on Rain. Got him down low. Rain sends it up in the air. He falls down. He can't come down with it. The ball is tied up. This time a jump ball will be called, and possession will remain with the Muskies. Substitutions on the court. Ford checks in for Sean McElhenney. And that is Papalarchek. Inside entry pass to Kaiser. Kaiser goes up, gets fouled. Almost got it to roll off the left side of the rim for the and one. Will not. He'll step to the line for two. And the first of the two free throws will not go. A referee issued substitution. Not quite sure why. And the second shot also will not go. Butler on the board. Samuels now crosses the timeline. Samuels going to set it up. Samuels now was looking for Butler, waved him through. I think that pass was intended actually for Hartley. Holden with it in the corner. He pulls for three. Jamin Holden from downtown. And the Holden brothers leading the way for the Steelers. 10-9. Kaiser all the way down. Won't get it to go. Look for the inside pass to Papalarchek, although that pass was cut off by Christian Hartley. Peyton McElhenney will be the inbounder. 1:13 left to go in the quarter. And he finds Kaiser, who is almost practically double and at one point looked to be triple teamed. And Kaiser says, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go up over all of you. Almost put it in. They're going to say the ball was last touch. Off of Kaiser, the Steelers take over. Holden with it now. Turns around, mid-range. Made one, was looking for the other, couldn't get it to go. And McElhenney has the ball tipped out of his hands. Parks ends up with it. And he runs into a double team. Ball taken away, that's Kylan Wilson. Wilson inside, up, off the glass, and in. Kylan Wilson with a big body play. That football mentality from Kylan Wilson, the star receiver for the Steelers. Putting up body to work here tonight, giving the Steelers their first lead of the night with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hartley now with the ball, looking to kind of wait out the time. The Steelers going to hold for the last shot. Samuels with it. Hartley out the screens, was looking for the three. Mid-range, pull up, won't go. Ball tipped out of bounds. Cheyenne Rain going to try to save it. Didn't have enough time. So at the end of the first quarter, the Farrell Steelers lead the Jamestown Muskies 11-10 in the District 10 Class 1A championship game. Wilson, the inbound to Samuels to begin the second period. Samuels now over to Wilson. Wilson had some space, almost had a screen from Cheyenne Rain, decided against it. Jamin Holden in the corner. That's 3 more. Won't go. Rain went up, got hit in the face, looked like coming down. Wilson ends up with it, gets it back over to Samuels. Samuels with it. Trying to make something happen. Pull up 3, step back, off the glass and the rim, will not go. That's that kind of that awkward spot where you can hit both and it still won't go. Ball off the ankle there. McElhenney gets it over to Papalarczyk, who gets it out to Parks. And 10 seconds. They didn't cross half court. The Steelers with some nice defense right there. And Hartley now with it. He'll be the Steeler to bring it up across the timeline. Samuels gets it back on the left wing. Wilson at the key, back over to Hartley. Hartley, entry pass there to Holden. Holden has the cross court open. Wilson just missed it though. These are looks from the Steelers that we have seen all year. Just about every team that has played the Steelers, as Samuels drives, will not go. Rebound there by Kaiser, who swings it around. And Wilson comes in, picks the pocket off the glass. 2 more for the Steelers. And Wilson almost had another takeaway there. Kylan Wilson is fired up for the Farrell Steelers. Timeout, Jamestown. This is the championship game, District 10 championship game. This will get physical. Of course, in all aspects, you want it to stay respectable and sportsmanlike. But this game will be a physical contest, and we will see which one can take the heavyweight blows and keep on swinging. 6:32 left to go in the first half of the game. Farrell leads Jamestown 13-10. District 10 1A championship game. And so Parks gets it into McElhenney. That would be Peyton McElhenney. Inside to Kaiser. Kaiser actually 1 foot outside the key. Over to McElhenney behind the back. Nice mid-range pull-up. That would have been beautiful if it would have fell. Did not. Hartley way up the court. Has Samuels. Samuels on the drive off the glass. Will get the foul and step to the line for 2. And so for Lamont, the first of 2 will not fall. Unfamiliar territory for Lamont Samuels, who is a 62% free throw shooter, especially to miss both. I guess I gave him the announcer's curse, as they call it. Once I speak about something, the exact opposite happens. Park has it. He gives it to Sean McElhenney on the drive. Gets it underneath. That's Peyton McElhenney for 3. It looked beautiful when it left his hands, and it's even more beautiful now for the Muskies as they have tied the ball game once again. Beautiful shot there from McElhenney. As soon as it left his hands, you knew it was going to go in. That it did. Holden now with it. And he's going to get the screen from Wilson. Holden on the drive. That's a little mid-range finger roll. Won't get it to fall. Rebound Kaiser. Peyton McElhenney now bringing it up the court. He gets it to his brother. That's Sean. Sean this time going to take a 3 of his own. Didn't get it to fall. Samuels with it. Gets it up to Wilson. Wilson, 1-on-1, goes down, gets fouled. He'll step to the line for 2. And the Jamestown bench is livid. Not sure I would agree with anything called against me either. But in this specific instance, a little fired up there on that Jamestown sideline. 13-13, pending the 2 charity stripe shots. 14-13, Wilson makes his first. And Wilson going to take the back half of his 2 shots. And he gets it to fall as well. Kylan Wilson with 6. He came in late in the first quarter, and he is tied for the highest leading scorer for the team. Cheyenne Rain had an opportunity, just didn't react quick enough. He had an opportunity to take that thing away. Nonetheless, they did not touch it. It did go out of bounds. The Steelers will still take over. No harm, no foul, as they would say. Samuels now crossing half court. Jamestown fall into a man defense here, or they had, and then they kind of went back into a 3-2. They're kind of playing like a 3-2 man. Up and down call prior to the shot. Late call, and Rain was on his feet and put an additional shot up following what was called. So a little late, but the right call was made. McElhenney directing traffic as he brings it up across half court. And he gets hammered with defense. Oh, had a man, just couldn't get it to go for Ford. Ford just missed his cut. If he'd cut like 2 seconds earlier, probably would have had a wide open layup, and this thing would have been tied up once again. Samuels now across half court. Play developing slowly. Tree and Holden with it, trying to get that corner that he loves, and he does, just couldn't finish. Stewart came down with it, got it out to Wilson. Samuels, nice ball fake there. And now trying to get something to happen. He gets the screen from Stewart. Samuels got room, kick out to Wilson. Wilson for 3! Oh, just a little bit over the top of the rim, and way down the lane is McElhenney. He couldn't get the wide open layup to fall, but wow, that's why you always fill the lane on the break, as Tarrant was there to put it up to save the fast break points. Nice heads up play there by Tarrant to tie this thing up. Stewart now with it, and he lost control of it. Needs somebody to go to. He's got Wilson. Wilson pulling it out, gets it over to Samuels. Wilson with it, over to Stewart. Rain down low, trying to get something, had nothing. Trent Holden wide open, he's a shooter. This time he is not. Shot won't go. Rebound Wilson. Wilson now trying to be decisive with the ball. He's calling for a screen, didn't get it. Instead gets the pass off to Holden. Looked like Rain thought about a screen, decided against. Samuels has it. He's going to take the corner this time. Gets fouled going up. And man, oh man. From Jamestown, the thing I'm thinking about right now is stop fouling. If we stop fouling, Farrell isn't in the game right now. Farrell has gotten majority of their points off of free throws. They have 15, and I want to say only 9 of them, well, I guess 9 of them would be majority. 9 of them have come from the field thus far, the rest off of free throws. If you stop fouling, you have the lead. That could come back to bite you in the fourth quarter. As Samuels proceeds to make his first free throw. That is also his first point of the night. And the second will not fall. Ball tipped out. They're going to say Kaiser tipped it out. Looked like it was between him and Rain. They say last touch Kaiser. The Steelers will retain. And Samuels gets it off the inbound from Holden. Inside pass right back to Holden. Fade away, mid-range, won't go. Right through the hands of Cheyenne Rain. Jamestown ball. 2:55 left to go. Stolen by Samuels. Off the glass for 2. 3-point lead for the Steelers. And now, ball being pushed up. Pass this time is going to go outside. That's Peyton McElhenney. Had it tipped out of his hands. There's 2 Steelers on top of it. Samuels is one of them. Timeout, Coach Stewart. The Steelers have possession. 2:38 to go. Leading 18-15 are the Farrell Steelers. District 10 Class 1A championship game. Butler the guy, and he gives it over to Holden. Holden on the drive, little bit of a floater, got it to go. Trean Holden gets his 8th point of the night there. But as fast as that, McElhenney bringing it up here, had it tipped in the air by Samuels. Holden wide open, the only man down there. He gets it off the glass. 2 more. The Steelers going on a bit of a run out the timeout. And the ball this time ends up in the hands of Papalarchek. He gets a screen, looking for somewhere to go with it, tried to force it. That is, they're going to say Kaiser saved it. So close to it over and back right there. McElhenney looking for Kaiser, tipped by Samuels. Samuels has the lane, off the glass, give him 2 more. And a timeout, Jamestown. Ball is fired up in the District 10 1A championship game. And so McElhenney with it. Jamestown significantly slowing the pace of this game. Once the Steelers got on a run, shy on rain. A little too aggressive. Going to get called for the push. This is where you have to put emotion aside, emotion and excitement aside, and keep a heads-up play here. Shy on rain got a little too excited there. Went after the ball, drew the foul. McElhenney, inside pass to Kaiser now to get out of that trap. And Kaiser has it taken away by Stewart. Stewart to Hartley, Hartley to Samuels. Samuels puts it up. Oh, they call the intentional. They're going to call an intentional foul on Cameron Kaiser. My attention was directed towards the Samuels layup attempt. Only fault about only having a one-man booth here is my direction was diverted one way. I completely missed what the intentional foul was. Those of you at home may have saw it, may not have, depending on where the camera was at that point in time. Needless to say, Samuels will step to the line and shoot 2. Referees having a conversation. Not quite sure what this is about, but I'm sure we'll find out. They're explaining something to Samuels. I'm not sure what they're explaining. Are they telling him he needs to come out the game, or no? They're telling him he's not the shooter. If the foul was on the tie-up, then I would have to say the foul should have been on Stewart. Doesn't matter. Rain takes the first shot and makes it. So the referees were conferring about who the shooter should have been. And they came to the conclusion it should have been Cheyenne Rain, who cashes in on one of two. So 25-15 is the lead, 1:24 left to go in the first half. Gary Satterwhite has checked into the game for Omar Stewart. Gary Satterwhite, the Duquesne football commit. Christian Hartley has it. Trian Holden looking to make a drive. They're going to call a carry. So the carry is called. Jamestown will take over, 114 down 10. Both teams are in the bonus. And McElhenney with it on the drive. Beats Satterwhite to the cup. Make the lead 8. McElhenney got his backpack zipped up with the entire Muskies team in it right now, trying to keep them in this game. Hartley and a little bit of a freeze ball, although Holden decides to take it himself and has it blocked by McElhenney. He decided to take it himself instead of freezing it. Backfired a little bit. McElhenney off the glass, beat the entire Steelers defense. The lead down to 5. Or excuse me, down to 9, 6. Trying to do mental math doesn't work sometimes. The lead down to 6 now, following the 2 McElhenney baskets. 24 seconds left, and this time the Steelers will hold for the last shot. What I do believe they should have done the last time down. But Samuels with it. Holden gonna go down over to Hartley. Hartley, 3-ball, just off the back iron and out. And that should be last touch by Jamestown. It is. So 0.9 seconds left. You're gonna have to get this thing in. You only need 0.3 to get a fluent shot. So you got some time, but you want to set it, shoot it, won't go. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen, 6-point lead for the Steelers. At halftime, the Farrell Steelers lead the Jamestown Muskies 25-19. Behind Trian Holden's 10-point lead for the Steelers. He leads the team with 10 points. For the Muskies, Peyton McElhenney thus far leading the team with 11. But again, at the half, the Farrell Steelers lead the Jamestown Muskies 25-19 in the District 10 Class Single A championship game. We'll see you after the halftime break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have returned for half number 2 here in the E.J. McCluskey Gymnasium in Farrell, Pennsylvania. District 10 Class 1A Championship second half is underway. Hartley to Samuels. Samuels, floater, won't go. Rebound Stewart. Stewart ripping it down, going up strong off the glass for 2. Again, Farrell, as we call it, Football U. This is the hub for football players around the valley. And they are using those bodies in full effect. Stewart tried to get the charge. They won't give him the call. Coach Bob Stewart not happy about it. Trent holding off the steal. Going up off the glass. Won't get it to go, but Stewart follows. He won't get it to go either. Samuels on a rebound. He's got it. Almost has it taken away by Sean McElhenney. Gets it over to Jamin Holden. We can slow things down. Take a deep breath here. Farrell set something up. Let's get it going. Omar Stewart off the entry pass. Gets it off the rim. Won't go. Same team on the rebound. Trent Holden can't get it to go. Ball falls down into the hands of Dan Parks. And it won't go. Or he didn't. He got stripped away by Trent Holden. Inside pass intended for Omar Stewart gets taken away by Sean McElhenney, who gives it to his brother Peyton McElhenney, who goes up for the and one. But the referee is going to wave it off, call the foul on the floor, and the Jamestown faithful, as well as that bench, not happy with the call. They thought it should have been a shooting foul. So this second half showing us that we are prepared to have an eventful second half if these first minute and a half do any justice. Dan Parks with the ball. Has it taken away by Hartley. Wilson up to Samuels. A little too far ahead. Samuels gets it, regathers. Looking to go to Jamin Holden with it, maybe? No, going to take it himself. Samuels, inside pass, was looking for Stewart, didn't have him. Gets it over to Holden. Holden to Wilson. Wilson goes back to Holden now. Jamestown stepping back into that 2-3 defense. It's almost a man, but it's a 2-3. It's an interchangeable 2-3. Stewart Samuels to the left, went up with a floater, didn't get it, got his own board, put that one up, counting for 2 more. Lamont Samuels with 7 on the night. And now McElhenney has his ball tipped out of bounds by Stewart. Parks with it now, looking to pull the 3, won't have it. Hartley gets the board. He's going to push it up. Holden with it to Samuels. Samuels now, inside pass to Stewart, will not go. Out of bounds. Pompalarchek entering the game. Ford going to get a breather. Jamin Holden with it. Christian Hartley inside pass to Lamont Samuels, who brings it back out and gives it over to Hartley at the top of the key. Hartley, had him skating a little bit there. Went down, used the body a little bit. Jamin Holden for 3. Man, that would have been a nice one. Kylan Wilson had it. Tipped it out of bounds. And now Peyton McElhenney with it, gets it back to Cameron Kaiser in the middle. Kaiser has it taken away. That's Kylan Wilson. Wilson going up off the glass for 2. And timeout Jamestown. Farrell comes out the half, go on a little bit of a run. 6-point run to come out of the half. 31-19, 5:14 left to go. Third quarter, District 10, Class Single A championship game. And so Kaiser with it, gets it in right through the legs of McElhenney. Luckily, there was no stealer there to take it away from him. And he's going to trip going down. They're going to call it a push. I will not be the judge or jury on that call. We're going to stick with what the referees say. Inbound, Jamin Holden with it. He's going to bring it down off the steal. Nice inside pass to Stewart. Oh, Holden had the eyesight of a point guard right there with that pass. But Samuels pulls the three, and the EJ stand up. The Steelers out to this nice lead coming out of the second half. Stewart hit the ground there somehow. Ends up in the hands of McElhenney, who answers with two. Samuels with it. Hartley now with it. Over to Wilson. Back to Hartley. Over to Samuels, who goes inside to Holden. Jamin Holden won't get the ball to go. Ball tipped off of the hands of Omar Stewart. Wow, McElhenney swung some elbows there, and the refs did not call it. That's one of those calls that the Farrell bench wanted but could not get. Substitutions being made now for Farrell. Stewart will come and check out. Cheyenne Rain will check in. The Jamestown Muskies. Peyton McElhenney going to bring it up. And that's Sean McElhenney. He's going to pull for three. Won't get his shot to fall. Rebound there. And a little bit of a tie-up down low, and they're going to call the travel on the tie-up. And up, and the and one called. They will step to the line, and Coach Stewart may want to think about pulling Holden here. He's going to get teed up if he keeps talking to the ref like that. Kaiser will go up. First shot will go. And now Kaiser will get the second to fall too, giving Jamestown a little bit of a hope. 34-23 to an 11-point surmountable lead. The Steelers need to work on getting back to what they were doing. To coin my phrase, it's time to get back to playing Steeler basketball. Ball out to Butler. Butler inside to Holden. Holden had Wilson cutting low, didn't see him. Butler for three! Butler for three! Dial it up! Bryce Butler with the arrows out here. 3 points now. Kaiser has it, and he's going to have it almost taken away there by Samuels. He did knock it away, couldn't get the steal. Intercepted pass there by Holden. Oh, but man, Peyton McElhenney came out of anywhere like Superman. Got the ball right back. That is Pump a Lord Chick for three. Will not go. Bryce Butler now bringing it up for the Steelers. He has L.J. Samuels. Samuels to the cup. Little floater. Two more. And now the Muskies trying to push it up. They are facing a downhill scenario. Nice ball handling skills. Couldn't finish, though, Desmond McElhenney. That's something you put on Sports Center top 10 right there, had he finished the layup. L.J. Samuels now gives it to Brycey Butler. Brycey Butler back to L.J. This time it goes to the corner. That's Cheyenne Rain. Back to Butler. Butler Going to get it over to Samuels. Butler to Rain. Rain to Butler. Butler being the facilitator here. Inside pass has snacks Holden. Jamin Holden now had nothing to do with it. Gives it back out to Butler. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Rain with it. Butler hands on with the ball here. Samuels with it, back out to Butler, kind of just playing keep away with the ball. Going to make Jamestown step up, play some defense. Samuels beat his man, put the floater in. Papa Lorchek got beat back door. Samuels made him pay. That's 2 more for the sophomore LJ Samuels. Dan Parks now on the cross, up, under, couldn't get it to go in. Ball tipped out. Jamin Holden with it. He's bringing it up. He will be fouled by Sean McElhenney. The Steelers on a little bit of a run. 18-point lead out of the half. The Steelers with some excellent defense thus far on a 16-4 run here in the third quarter. We got 90 seconds remaining. That is number 10 with the ball. That would be Nasir O'Kane, sophomore guard. LJ Samuels over to O'Kane. O'Kane to Wilson. Wilson back to O'Kane. Again, Jamestown sitting in the 2-3. Farrell says, you're going to sit in the 2-3. We'll pass it around you all day, make you step up, play some defense, and Parks decides to. Kylan Wilson with it now. Over to Samuels. Back to Wilson. Wilson to Samuels. Samuels looking to go back to Wilson. Cross courts it. That's O'Kane. O'Kane brought it out. Had the opportunity for 3. Didn't even look that direction. Okay, now, and the Steelers ball movement. Just going to run the clock out in the third quarter here if the Muskies would allow it. 18-point lead. O'Kane now with it. Back over to Butler. Butler now to Samuels, who goes back to Butler. Over to Wilson. Wilson to Butler. Butler to Samuels. 18 seconds remain. 15. 13. Butler still with it. Going to be doubled. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson cross courts it to LJ Samuels. Samuels going to drive in. Has Wilson. Wilson back out to Samuels. Samuels pulls a long 3. He's feeling the vibe. Didn't have it. Couldn't get it to go. And that'll do it at the end of the third quarter. Your Farrell Steelers have an 18-point lead over the Jamestown Muskies. 41-23 headed in to the fourth and final quarter of the District 10 Class 1A championship game. And so to begin the fourth quarter, and you heard the dog, they said go. The coaches said go, and Farrell sent the dogs. Cost him that time. Kaiser puts up 2 more. And Tran Holden on the drive, won't go. Gets his own board, puts it up, won't go. Jamin Holden pulling it out. Christian Hartley going to run the defense. The starters back in for Farrell. And, oh, hard collision for Hartley. Ford. And I'm trying to see who the other guy is that's down for the Muskies. I'm not quite sure who it is. That would be number 32, Pompalarczyk, in that three-man collision, that multi-man I-80 car crash, if you will. 7:27 left to go in the game. The Steelers are out to a 16-point lead. So for the Muskies, Peyton McElhenney bringing it up, looking to go do something. He's already had the team in his backpack all game. Little mid-range fadeaway. Man, that was pretty. McElhenney can put up some pretty shots. No doubt a staple for this Jamestown offense. Trian Holden, Christian Hartley. Inside, that's Cheyenne Rain on the left corner. Back out to Hartley at the far left wing. Hartley gonna drive. Dribble handoff to Holden. Trian Holden. Outside ball, that's coming to Brycey Butler. Up, and he'll take it up near the top of the key. Hartley cut down from the wing, had nothing. Holden gets it back in his hands. Hartley cuts through again. That time probably could have got up a little mid-range. They elect against Butler on the drive. Little dish to Hartley. Hartley out to Holden. Jamin Holden for three. Check it up from way downtown. Arrow City out here for the Farrell Steelers. For the Muskies, Dan Parks with it. Over cross court to Peyton McElhenney, who does pull the three, just short. Holden with the board, out to Hartley. Hartley, he's got Rain. Cheyenne Rain, nice stop and go. Cheyenne Rain, 2 more points on the board for the Steelers. His 3rd point of the night, 19-point lead for Farrell. Another steal. That's Cheyenne Rain with the steal. Brycey Butler to Christian Hartley. Back to Rain. Cheyenne Rain, you play defense, you get paid. Cheyenne Rain with 2 more. 21-point lead now for the Steelers. Inside pass goes to Kaiser. Kaiser won't get it to go. Gets his own board, goes up, still won't go. Gets his own board again, won't go. That time Rain blocked it. Ends up in the hands of Peyton McElhenney, who gets the fadeaway jumper. Peyton McElhenney with 17 points. Only reason, really, that the Muskies are in this game right now. Christian Hartley being double-teamed. You need some help. Timeout called by Coach Bob Stewart. 5:14 left to go in the 4th quarter of the District 10 Class 1A Boys Basketball Championship game. Farrell leads Jamestown 48-29. And so for the Steelers, the inbound will go to Trian Holden. Gets it out to L.J. Samuels. Samuels inside pass to Kylan Wilson. Kylan had nothing. Gets it back out to Samuels. Samuels dribbles to the right. Has Trian Holden back over the top of Dan Parks. Out to Samuels. Samuels now over to Trian Holden. Trian Holden gets a reach around. I'm surprised they didn't actually call the reach. But with a now 19-point lead, guess it's not as surprising after all. Parks comes up with it back to McElhenney. McElhenney's going to have to take it the distance, get it to fall. He does, as he's been doing so beautifully all night. McElhenney, 19 up on the board for the Muskies. 48-31 is the lead. Samuels fell with the ball, and on top of it, they're going to say he was pushed. Foul called. And so the inbound will be to Hartley. Hartley going to push it up across the timeline with a sense of urgency here. Looking. Cross courts it to L.J. Samuels. Over to Jamin Holden, who's wide open. Give me 3 more snacks. Won't fall. Peyton McElhenney with the rebound. Lamont Samuels, the only man who could stop him. Samuels did not. McElhenney puts up his 21st point of the night. Trian Holden over to Christian Hartley. Hartley's going to pull it out, say slow it down. We are 4 minutes away from being District 10 champions once again. And now Hartley steps through, went the pass to Jamin Holden. They're going to say he was tapped on the wrist, and the Steelers will inbound. Samuels with it. He's directing traffic. .15 lead for the Steelers. Rain on the drive. Big body down low. Cheyenne Rain. Oh, Cheyenne Rain almost had to steal. He sold out for Omar Stewart. Sends the ball to the concession stand. You want to throw up a little floater? I send you to the front door of the EJ. That was a big boy block right there from Omar Stewart. Inside pass, Papalarchek and Cheyenne Rain getting in on the block party. The Twin Towers down low for the Steelers with the block party. Looking for the inbound pass, and Papalarchek gets it, but he had Steelers all over him. Takes it himself, throws it high up off the glass, will not go. Trian Holden bringing it up now. Got to find where he's going to go with it. He's going to take it himself up under, little dish to Cheyenne Rain. Oh, it was so pretty. You could kiss it. 2 more points for Cheyenne Rain. And outside pass, that's Sean McElhenney. Mid-range, won't go. Cameron Kaiser gets the board, puts it up himself for 2. Lamont Samuels now. Over to Trian Holden. Ooh, Trian thought about the 3, decided against it. They're going to say that the hesitation was a travel. Jury's still out on that. So it is a 17-point lead for the Steelers. This game, I remind you, was 25-19 at the half. The Steelers came out in the second half, turned the gas on, and haven't shut it off yet. Cameron Kaiser for 3. A little too much air. Not enough rim or backboard on that shot. Lamont Samuels over to Christian Hartley. Back out to Lamont Samuels. Samuels now with it. Looking to go somewhere with it. He's got Hartley coming up, and he decides against it. That time he takes it on the turnaround. Hartley now on the dribble drive. Gets it off the knee of Samuels. Samuels has a little bit of a lane. That closed rather quickly. Got it away to Kylan Wilson. Christian Hartley with the ball. 2 minutes remaining. 17-point lead for the Steelers. Hartley to Rain. Rain inside to Samuels. Samuels bringing it out, and McElhenney tried it. Tried for the steal. Hartley telling him to separate, spread out. Farrell hold on to the ball. 17-point lead. Pass goes to Wilson. Inside pass to Stewart. Back out to Hartley. The Steelers going to force the Muskies to either play defense or slide around the court until the time is expired. Inside pass to Rain. Off the glass, won't go. Stewart brings it down, goes up and 1. Omar Stewart off the glass and the foul. Stewart's 4th point of the night. Looking to make it 5th with shots from the free throw line. And he will. Stewart with 5 on the night. 20-point lead. 91 seconds remaining in the game until the Farrell Steelers are crowned your 2021 District 10 Class 1A Boys Basketball Champions. So in the new group on the court, we got Taden Strickland, number 14, number 4, Omar Stewart, number 24, Julian Scarborough, number 11, Kylan Wilson, number 10, Nasir O'Kane for the Steelers. O'Kane immediately with the steal, off the glass, too high. Wilson brings it down, though, puts it up himself, gets the foul. Kylan Wilson's going to step to the line for 2. A minute 15 left to go in the fourth quarter. And the first of 2 will not go for Kylan Wilson. The second of 2 will not go either, but Stewart with the rebound puts it up for 2. And this time, that's McElhenney from way downtown off the back of the iron and glass combination. Will not go. Stewart, nice pass to O'Kane. O'Kane scoring for the Steelers. Kaiser with it now for the Muskies, and he's getting taken all over. Wilson had the steal, fell to the ground. I think they're going to say that Kaiser pushed him to the ground. 43.5 remaining. We are in the bonus. What a night for the Steelers. They are on the verge. They are 43.5 seconds away from completing the first half of the sweep. The boys get the 1A boys basketball District 10 title tonight, and the girls tomorrow at Kennedy will look to do the same in the District 10 championship. So the inbound goes to O'Kane. O'Kane over to Strickland. Strickland sizing up his competition. He's going to take the drive, and he's going to have it sent up out of there. Although they're going to call the foul on the block. Ladies and gentlemen, your Farrell Steelers are 33.33 seconds away from a District 10 championship, the first ever Farrell District 10 boys basketball championship in the single A classification. So 25 points is the lead, 33.3 left on the scoreboard, and in all likelihood at this point what has become an insurmountable lead for the Muskies. Despite the 21-point effort from Peyton McElhenney as the highlight, the Muskies not enough to match the Farrell Steelers thus far, and Kylan Wilson pouring it on here with the defense. $29.5. The Muskies gonna walk it up, and your Farrell Steelers, the lady is singing. And that harmony is getting louder and louder by the second. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will return to the Steelers with 13 seconds left. The first ever District 10 boys basketball championship game for the Farrell Steelers to be played inside the E.J. McCluskey. Taden Strickland for 3. It will not go. 5 seconds. 4, 3. Omar Stewart for 3. It won't go. 1. It's over. The Farrell Steelers are the District 10 1A boys basketball champions. Congratulations to the Jamestown Muskies on what was an incredible season. Throughout all the doubts, they were able to have a season in the era of COVID. That's a win any way you look at it. But ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you Denzel Driver, Trian Holden, Omar Stewart, Lamont Samuels Jr., Christian Hartley, Cheyenne Rain, Jamin Holden, Kylan Wilson, Bryce Butler, Nasir O'Kane, Taden Strickland, Jalen Richardson, Gary Satterwhite III, Julian Scarborough, and Cabron Smith. your 2021 District 10 Boys Basketball Single A Champion, Farrell Steelers. And it is a celebration on the F. The first District 10 title game for the Steelers to be played at home here in the EJ, and it is a W. The boys able to take home the 1A crown tonight. Tomorrow the girls look to do the same at Kennedy Catholic. I am not sure about the time, but if you follow me on Twitter, you follow Bob Greenberg, Professor Briggs, one of us will have the time for you tomorrow for that game. I'm not sure if that game will be streamed or not. Again, Bob Greenberg, Ryan Briggs, they will have more information on that. But once again, I give you your 2021 District 10 champion, Farrell Steelers. Enjoy it, Farrell. You earned it. Now let's get on the road to Hershey. I am Eric Bell. I have been honored to bring basketball into your homes during this era of COVID in which we have limited fan attendance. It is an amazing sight when you see your kid or when you win a District 10 title. Tonight, the Farrell Steelers were able to do that. But to quote the famous words of Kobe Bryant, there's nothing to smile about here. The job's not finished. The job will be finished when we take home that big trophy in Hershey. Thank you for an incredible season, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.